about the meeting that you had with the Civil Rights Department inside the office, inside the building?
Well, I like to say that after this long journey of struggle, trying to, get myself in this office for the last 20 years, I am very satisfied with the results. The meeting went very well with the Civil Rights Division, and they are open for, dialogue between the evidence that I have, and they're ready to start from the beginning. That in itself, I am pleased to have met with this department, and I am looking forward to more further dialogue between them.
We say, justice for Nicholas Heyward.
Justice for Nicholas Heyward. Justice for Nicholas Heyward. Justice for Nicholas Heyward. Justice for Nicholas Heyward. Justice for Nicholas Heyward.
Justice for Nicholas Heyward.
Brothers and sisters, we just want to let everybody know that because of the movement in the streets, because of the consistency of the father of Nicholas Heyward, because of people saying enough is enough, because people hit the streets and said we're going to get justice by any means necessary, we did have a meeting, and the Division of Civil Rights under the DA has opened up an investigation into the death of Nicholas Heyward. Nicholas Heyward should be alive today.
Right.
No child playing on the stairwell with bright orange weapons, toy weapons, bright and orange, and you could easily see that it's not real. There's no way that a police officer should think that his life was in danger because of an orange toy gun and discharge his weapon and take the life of an innocent young man.
That's right.
So today, we are saying we're going to get justice for Nicholas Heyward. And we want Charles Hines under investigation. Charles Hines did a non-investigation of this issue. There's no way he could have had at his access eyewitnesses, forensic evidence, money from the DA's office, and not launch a respectable, dependable investigation in terms of this case. Charles Hines, you should be ashamed of yourself. Charles Hines, you should go to jail. Shame on Hines.
Shame on Hines. Shame on Hines. Shame on Hines.
So what we'd like to do now is hear from our lawyers. The meeting, as we said, was productive, and an open investigation is being launched, seriously we believe, into this issue. But we're going to remain vigilant, because we had investigations before. We're going to remain vigilant, and we want to hear now from Attorney Roger Wareham, who was up at the meeting and can give us his perspective.
Good afternoon. I would say that, first of all, it is a disgrace that it has taken 21 years for us to be at this point.
Right.
Had the case been investigated properly when it happened in 1994, we wouldn't be here. Had the case been investigated properly in 1994, there would have been many other people who are alive. The investigation, or the non-investigation in this case, was part of a continuing pattern of de facto impunity granted to the police department to kill Black and Latino members of our community. With today's meeting, we think that there's a motion to end that. The first year of D.A. Thompson's tenure here at least has been a sea change in looking at old cases, in looking at cases of police brutality, and at least securing the indictment of an officer in the Akai Gurley case. So we're hoping to take them at their word that they're going to start the investigation anew. One of the problems we're going to face is that a lot of information that was around in 1994, witnesses who were there in 1994 who had never been questioned by the district attorney's office, may not be able to be found, so it's going to make it much more difficult. But we're confident that with the support of the community, the continuing demand, that we will achieve justice for Nicholas Heyward Jr.
Can you just, oh yeah. Go ahead. Just spell your first and last name.
Roger, R-O-G-E-R, Wareham, W-A-R-E-H-A-M.
And your attorney.
Mr. Heyward, yes.
Okay, all right.
So I'm King Downing, K-I-N-G-D-O-W-N-I-N-G, and I'm an attorney with the Nicholas Heyward Foundation. We've seen all over the country now so many people being shot and killed. The federal government doesn't even know how many. And that drills right back down now to what's going on right here. The biggest problem that we have, as Attorney Wareham said, we're looking at this division that is looking at old convictions. We want to see a division that looks at the failure to convict, a division that looks at all the failures to convict and the families that are here. So there's evidence sitting in those lockers that this person acting as his own attorney gathered and supplied to them that would be enough to convict already. So now it's on them to dig it up and find the witnesses that are missing, but mostly importantly, find the evidence that's already inside that office and move forward from there.
And you feel confident that they are going to put a good effort into that?
I feel confident that they've said they're going to put a good effort into it. The history has overturned convictions, but we'll see how the office does when it comes to the police, which so far have not had any old cases brought forward on their behalf.
Justice for Nicholas Heyward.
Justice for Nicholas Heyward. Justice for Nicholas Heyward.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
For who?
For Nicholas Heyward.
For who?
For Nicholas Heyward.
For who?
Nicholas Heyward.
What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
For who?
Nicholas Heyward.
For who?
Nicholas Heyward. All right.
As the co-founder of the...
The family of Brian Ortega. This is also a family that lost their loved one under Charles Hines and his failure to investigate, do proper investigation. This is another family whose loved one was lost also. And I want them to share a few words on how their case was unjustly handled.
Yes, our case, the police officer not only held my daughter and my wife at bay with one block away from the hospital, but after a Good Samaritan came and got in the car, and there was a crowd of people that pushed the police officer away and got to get to the hospital. When he saw my daughter's body come out limp, he made a U-turn and left, shaved all his head off, and never reported it. And 4 days later, there was an attorney at our funeral, and she demanded that Kelly get resigned because every car has GPS. And 5 minutes later, they called us in the funeral parlor stating that they found him. He then got disciplined by 300 days of non-working, but still got paid. And
so overall, you feel there needs to be harsher penalties for police officers who are held to a higher standard?
Absolutely. And the other case that in Bedford-Stuyvesant, when the Chinese police officer took 4 minutes to call, he got indicted for negligence, and it was 4 minutes. Now we're talking about days and altering his appearance to evade the authorities. That's criminal. You know, that was a criminal act.
Spell your first name.
My name is Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Last name is Ojeda, O-J-E-D-A.
Great, thank you.
Brother Carl Ness. He's also been a supporter with since from day one. He's also been a supporter.
So spell your first and last
My name is Carl Dix, C-A-R-L-D-I-X, and as a co-founder of the October 22nd Coalition to Stop Police Brutality and someone that's been working with Nicholas for 20 years, I want to say that it's very important that there is at least an expression of intent to look into what is a horrific miscarriage of justice. But we have to carry forward with the determination that Nicholas has had to fight this for 20 years, because Look, this case of his son, horrific as it is, there are thousands of such cases where cops have been allowed to get away with outright murder. And since there is no statute of limitations on murder, all of these cases need to be reopened and looked into. This is an indication, these killings are part of a genocidal program of suppression aimed at Black and Latino people, something that must be stopped and something that we're going to be acting to stop this October with the Rise Up October National March in New York City to stop police terror. Which side are you on? And everybody who wants to see this stop needs to check out Rise Up October. Which side are you on? And be with us in the streets of New York City saying police terror, police murder must stop.
All right, thank you very much.
Just keep the signs up a little bit longer.
Justice for Nicholas Heyward.
Justice for Nicholas Heyward.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
For who?
For Nicholas Heyward.
For who?
Nicholas Heyward.
What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
For who?
Nicholas Heyward.
For who?
Nicholas Heyward.
Man.
Now.